Hi everyone, this is Professor Mukhtar Abbasi, and today's lecture is in continuation of my previous two lectures, that is other uses of personal pronoun. So in my last video I talked about the different uses of he, she and you. So let us see that how they is used besides its primary use. In the primary use, the word they is used in place of the nouns which are plural in number. If I say boy, we use he. If we say boys, we use they. Girl, she, girls, they. This is the primary use of they. But this may be interesting to you that the word they, though being plural in number, is also used for singular sense or in singular sense. So where does this happen? Let us understand it. We use they in singular sense when the gender of person is unknown or irrelevant. It means it's not important for us to mention whether the person we are talking about is he or she. So that is what I mean when I say it is relevant or non-binary. If you remember from my previous video, I talked about the non-binary or the people who cannot be placed into the category of males or females. So for them we also use they, even if they are singular in number. Let us understand this rule from the examples. If a student, now the word student, which is noun, it is singular noun, but from the word it is not clear whether the student is male or female. So it is irrelevant, or we are not interested to mention their gender. So if a student forgets their book, though the student is singular, but I am using in place of a student the word there, because here it is not the matter of numbers, it is the matter of gender. So if a student forgets their book, they, again I am using they in place of student, though the student is a singular, I have already underlined it so that you can focus it. If a student forgets their book, they should tell the teacher. So we can't say he or she. So this is what I mean, that the word they is used in singular sense in as being a plural pronoun. Second example is someone. This someone, from this word we have no idea whether it is male or female. So that's why for most of the new learners it is a problem whether to use he or she. So the modern English has made it clear or made it easy that if this is the case, you use they. So someone left their phone on the table. Left there, someone is singular, but in place of it I am using there, because here I am not sure whether the someone was male or female. So someone left their phone on the table. I hope they. Again I am using they in place of someone because someone is singular, but their gender is not known. I hope they come back for it. So this is the first use of they apart from its basic use. Second use of they is in indefinite sense, means people in general. In conversation, in writing, there are certain situations where we want to make a statement, but we do not particularize who said it, or we do not indicate the person who said it. So that is what I mean when I say people in general. Or in British formal English, the word one is also used in place of it. But in everyday language, people use there or they in that sense. Let us understand it through the example. In France, they eat dinner late. They means who? Means the people in journal. Or I can say in France, one eats dinner late. Number two, they say laughter is the best medicine. They say, who says? Is there a group of people in front of me who are saying this thing? Of course not. Here I mean to say it is a general concept among the people, or people in general think so, that laughter is the best medicine. I hope you got it. Third use of they is impersonal. Impersonal use. And where does that happen? When our senses, people in power, people in authority, are experts. In our everyday language, there are certain situations where we have to mention the people in power or people in authority or experts without knowing who they are. So when this is the case, we also use they. But remember that this expression is common in spoken English. It's very common in spoken English because there are certain expressions in every language that are specific to spoken language, and there are other expressions that are specific to the written language. So this expression or this use of they is mainly in spoken English. Let us understand it through the examples. They won't let you park here. They. Are there a group of people in front of me that they are not allowing me to park? Of course not. Here they I'm using in the sense of the people in authority or the authorities. The authorities will not allow you. And who is particular person in authorities? We have no idea who they are. So that's why I'm using here they. They increased the taxes again. They. Is there any particular group of the people who have done that work? Of course not. Here, indirectly, I am talking about people in the government or government. So they increased the taxes again, means government. They say the world is getting warmer. And who is saying the world is getting warmer? Of course, experts. So here they means the people who know about, expert, who are geologists or who know more about earth and weather. So they are experts. So without mentioning a particular group of them, I'm using here the word they. So they say the world is getting warmer means experts say. The use number 4 is generic. Again and again the same thing comes because it is the part of the modern language, and that's why you should be abreast of it. So this is also common expression. Generic use of there is also in conversation. And in what situation we use? When the speaker doesn't want to specify who did or who says a particular statement. Sometimes we want to mention certain fact, certain thing, but we do not want to tell who said that thing. Like there is also an English idiom, a little bird told me. If you are making a statement and someone says that who has said this thing and you do not want to tell them, so you say a little bird told me. So in the same way, when you do not want to mention the particular group of the people, so in that sense you also use they. Like, let us understand it. Mr. A says to Mr. B, who told you that? Then Mr. B says, oh, they said it's on news. So Mr. B doesn't want to mention the particular person and he said they said it on the news, and it is very common in British English or everyday English, especially in conversation. Number 2, they say history repeats itself. Is it true? So they say means I do not want to mention the people who says that thing. So again I am using here they. So I hope you understood or learned the other uses of they, because mostly people are known to the traditional use. So when from apart from the traditional use of certain pronouns, the other uses come, so they become confused. If you study these things properly and apply in your day-to-day language, and then you will find out that there are so many confusions that you had earlier will be cleared. So I'm also giving the description of it in the comments. If you have any question, please ask. So until my next lecture, bye bye.